Total Drama Rama, Teen Titans Go? What even is this trash? Is this what the kids are watching nowadays? Couldn't be me. As someone who was born in May of 2003, never would I have ever thought that I would have been living in the greatest decade ever, the 2010s. Nowadays, you have kids expecting a PlayStation 5 during Christmas. People are faking it till they make it, doing down horrendous TikTok trends, and it just makes you want to look back in the times where things were pretty much the best. And most of the kids nowadays won't get to experience the things that we had back then. And now your boy can't get through everything that was amazing about the 2010s. I can capture the greatest things that I have experienced during the 2010s. And we have to start with the basics. When it came to smartphones, which contain the greatest apps of all time, we're talking about Paper Toss, Cut the Rope, Jetpack Joyride, Angry Birds, Doodle Jump, Temple Run, Subway Surfers, Candy Crush, Fruit Ninja, Clash of Clans, and even more. These smartphone apps had kids in the chokehold, and it will be impossible trying to escape these apps. I mean, one minute you choose to play Subway Surfers for only 10 minutes, the next thing you know you're playing for more than an hour. And it's sad to see most of these games gone from the App Store. And if they're not gone, they're obviously filled with microtransactions, ads that cover the screen, and now you can't enjoy the favorite game that you used to play back then. And let's not forget about the GOAT TV shows. Drake and Josh, Hannah Montana, Wizards of Waverly Place, Big Time Rush, Good Luck Charlie, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, iCarly, Zoe 101, Jesse, and even Ant Farm. It's actually insane to think that most of the actors themselves were kids, and we all literally grew up with them. And I gotta tell you one thing, these shows carried our lives. I mean, this is the time when it didn't matter the shows were strictly for girls. Even the boys were watching it. These shows had no right to be that top tier, and it's honestly sad to see them go, because Disney during that time was in its prime. And then let's talk about the pioneers of cartoons. We got the one and only Regular Show, Chowder, Ben 10 Alien Force, Flapjack, Adventure Time, Symbiotic Titan, Hero 108, Lego Ninjago, Total Drama Island, Tom and Jerry, and The Amazing World of Gumball. And not watching one of these cartoon shows meant you didn't get to experience the full potential of your childhood. Those were the days when you got to wake up 6 o'clock in the morning as a kid to get ready before school, and you could just go to the TV and turn on SpongeBob real quick before you could leave the house. But sadly nowadays, Cartoon Network has kind of fell off the earth. And I'm not even gonna say kinda, to be honest, it's pretty much done. It's pretty much over with. And we all have to respect Cartoon Network. But let's be honest here, what are new age kids watching on Cartoon Network today? I mean, Cartoon Network knows it's so bad that they have fallen off that they even have the nerve to reboot some of these hood classics with complete garbage downgrade versions of them. Total Drama Rama, Teen Titans Go? What even is this trash? Is this what the kids are watching nowadays? Couldn't be me. Even the internet was different back then. If you took a Wayback Machine to Twitter in the early 2010s, you would have thought you were in heaven. You would have thought you were in a utopia. Knowing how many people weren't making trash takes, calling people each other names, trying to be internet gangsters, making stan accounts, and revolving around those people who don't even know them, not even having to worry about being canceled. The only thing you had to worry about back then was cyberbullying, and look where that's gotten us to. This became the new norm, and YouTube was completely different than what it is nowadays. You actually had good, genuine content from PewDiePie, Markiplier, Smosh, Ray William Johnson, Jacksepticeye, and the new kids nowadays who watch Minecraft, the YouTubers like Dream and Tommy Innit, will never understand the glorious days with Sky Does Minecraft. I mean, waking up every day and going on YouTube watching Minecraft Let's Plays and playthroughs, Minecraft mods, cops and robbers, even Minecraft music videos. I mean, these are things that we will never get back. I mean, do you guys remember the time when a YouTube app used to look like this? And if you do, you definitely deserve a veteran's card. Before YouTube had to combine with Google Plus, where everyone was forced to have a Google Plus account to access YouTube. We also gotta talk about the computer games. 9 times out of 10, since you were a kid, you most likely didn't have a computer at your home. But when you went to school, you definitely got on a computer just to play strictly games. Specifically, Pop Tropica, Club Penguin, Y8 games, and even Cool Math, which were the pioneers for PC games, at least for us kids, until the school tried to block them, which was either successful or unsuccessful. Also, this is the last time where kids got to experience good books. Books that kids actually took the time to read. Even myself, I Survived, The 39 Clues, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Goosebumps, The Very Hungry Caterpillar, Captain Underpants, My Weird School, the origami books, and even the Minecraft tooltip books. Nowadays, you ain't catching a kid read a book not one time. I mean, let's be honest here. Go ask your friend right now what book they read and when's the last time they read it. Let's also talk about video games. If you weren't outside playing with your friends at the park, you were definitely in your house playing on an Xbox 360 or even PlayStation. Everyone and their mama was playing this. I don't care how old you were. You got your hand on on the controller, next thing you know it, you're a pro gamer. And these consoles were revolutionary for video games. Even the Wii and Nintendo DS couldn't give us a break. And they gave us the best meme music and trap beats that are still used to this day. These consoles also gave us Minecraft, GTA, Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty before the microtransactions, God of War, Battlefield before EA ruined things, and many, many more. And last but not least, to finish this nostalgia fest, we gotta talk about the toys that we brought to school. We talk about Pillow Pets, Zuzu Pets, Bakugan, Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Legos. People will bring their whole Lego sets to school. And it got to a point where if you didn't have Legos yourself, you were a lame. And let's not forget about Silly Bands. Nothing can top off Silly Bands to this day. Yes, they may have fallen off, but they were definitely different back then. Silly Bands took over the world in days. Once Silly Bands hit the market, them things disappeared so fast that you thought you were gonna win $1 million just by buying them. And if you didn't have at least one Silly Band, you were to all ball out. Silly Bands were no joke to the point where people would try and trade you 2 animals for 1 peace sign. And I wouldn't be surprised the kids back then were literally making a hustle off of them, actually making real money from selling them Silly Bands. Just looking back at it, we took the 2010s for granted, and we really truly didn't understand the decade we were living in was the greatest known to man. I mean, look at kids nowadays. Before TikTok, there was Vine, there was YouTube, there was Twitch, and now you have apps that are ruining kids' minds and lowering their attention span. And without the 2010s and what came out throughout those years, the world would be pretty boring, to be honest. With that being said, obviously I couldn't get through everything in this video, but hopefully that sums up the best about the 2010s nostalgia. It's Josh Envy, signing off.